Hi, this is Christian Chase with Chase Real Estate and ChaseForeclosure.com. Hey, I wanted to talk to our investors a little bit today about inventory levels. Now, there's a lot of talk on the streets, and we hear from real estate brokers all the time, hey, there's no foreclosures, there's no good deals that are out there. Well, most real estate agents are typically working off of the multiple listing service. Now, this is my 25th year doing this. I've developed really nice relationships with asset managers, banks, government agencies. So for us, we've got inventory that's coming in every single day. We're getting 5 to 7 properties. And I think one of the biggest things is we've developed relationships with also estate attorneys. And that's something that's kind of really neat. And I think a lot of our real estate investors don't know that we work directly with estate attorneys. So to use an example is a family member passes away here in the Chicagoland area. The family may live in Arizona, let's say. The family member that lived here had a nice house, but it had been deferred maintenance. It needs upgrades. It's very dated on the inside of the home. So the estate attorney says, hey, we've got a family that's out in Arizona. They don't want to really mess around with this house that's here. There's no one to take care of it. We know that you have very well qualified investors, Chase Real Estate, that could buy these types of properties. And so we're getting calls every single day for those scenarios. And so the inventory that we have coming in is actually stronger than what it was a year ago. And every year we grow a little bit more and a little bit more. But the inventory levels for us is high. Now, the inventory levels on the MLS is very, very low. And that's a really good thing for our investors because once we get the home all fixed up, cleaned up, put it back onto the MLS, there's very few homes that we're competing with, and there's a ton of buyers that are out buying properties right now. So we're in a really, really special time, and it kind of reminds me back into 2002, 3, 4, and 5. It was a great time for us as real estate investors to be doing flipping because the inventory levels were low, and I always had a good steady stream of property. So when you hear real estate agents talking about, well, I can't find anything, well, you know that they're on the MLS. And developing these relationships with these banks and asset managers, that takes decades. It does. I mean, you just don't get in there, call them up and go, hey, start sending me properties. They want to see a proven track record, and they like to see hundreds of deals being done. And that's what our clients do is we're doing hundreds and hundreds of sales for maybe even one seller. And so they reach out to us and they go, Chase, hey, we've got these properties, and we're getting like I said, 5 to 7 every day. And again, they're spread throughout the Chicagoland area. They go from the Wisconsin border to the Indiana border, and everything in between is where we're getting these properties. So you as a real estate investor, you got to kind of focus in on where are the properties selling. So we do right now a lot of properties in the south suburbs. Homes that are valued at $250,000, $260,000, $270,000 are the hottest real estate market. And that's where a lot of our properties end up is in the south suburbs. We get properties that are in, we just had one in Carroll Stream. Now you got to kind of remember, our buy-in price is up here comparative to what I'm buying in down here, maybe in Homewood or Flossmoor. So our buy-in's much higher and our end resale price is much higher if I'm in Carroll Stream than if I was in Homewood. So you want to be conscious of, hey, I could get properties in these areas, and the banks do call me with the properties in the Carroll Streams and the Schaumburgs and those surrounding type areas. The problem is what do we have to buy in, get in at? I don't necessarily always like the out price. What are we going to have to resell that property for? What does the pool of buyers look like? So I'm always focusing in, and I want to cast my net where there's the largest group of buyers. And so essentially, we're focusing in on those markets. So I am doing stuff in Lake County. I'm doing stuff in southern Cook County, in the south suburbs. Again, if I can get stuff in DuPage, I'm going to take it. If the numbers in the area works out right and there's a lot of buyers at that price level, we will go after that. But the inventory levels are there. And so when you talk to a real estate agent, your friend, your relative, everybody knows a real estate agent. And when you're talking to them, just know that they're looking on the MLS going inventory levels are low. We're not on the MLS buying the properties. We're getting our properties from multiple streams. That's not to say I don't buy something that's on the MLS. If there was a good deal, I watch that every single day. I have the software that analyzes it for me every day. I'm going to go ahead and go after it. But so much of our inventory is coming from what I call off book, that is where our inventory is at. And so it's not the MLS. But because the MLS doesn't have a lot of homes on the market, inventory levels are low, and there's a ton of buyers out there buying, we're reselling all of our investors' properties very quickly. So that's making for a great real estate market for our investors. So as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. And always check out our website, chaseforeclosure.com. Thanks.